thought he handled that press conference perfectly. I don't think he could have said anything better.
No. What I'm saying is, that's why I came. If you remember, I said KD and Kyrie, and then I said Kyrie didn't look like it fazed him at all. Kevin Durant, here's the problem. Kevin Durant does care. I would never accuse him of such a thing. But you got to care enough to hold him accountable. And guess what? You can sit up there and say all the right things, but then if you go into the office and you tell Marks and you tell Josiah and them, I don't give a damn what you want, I want Kyrie Irving here, then you're handcuffing the franchise.
Molly, Stephen, let me say this. If I'm Kevin Durant, okay, I would want the hell out. I would want to get far away as possible from the Brooklyn Nets and Kyrie Irving. I would ask for a trade. And guess what? Nobody better look down on Kevin Durant, because you want to know why? The one person that has given his all since he signed with this organization
Kevin Durant.
Has been Kevin Durant. Nobody else has. Even Steve Nash. I mean, I kept waiting to see when Steve Nash is going to make an adjustment. Steve Nash, when are you actually going to do something? Steve Nash, does KD have to continuously bail you out, or are you going to help KD get bailed out of this situation that he's in right now as far as going against the defense of the Boston Celtics? I'm telling you right now, Kevin Durant deserves better. Now, could he have played better? Absolutely. But it happens. But I tell you one thing, if I'm Kevin Durant, I want to get away from this madness. I want to go somewhere where I know that a guy's going to show up to work, my counterpartner is going to be there 100% of the time. I don't have to guess what he's thinking. I don't have to guess if he actually is fully committed. I don't want to guess if off-the-court activities or brotherhood or his social justice means a lot more to him than the game of basketball. And I'm not knocking that about Kyrie Irving. Because here's the thing, too. Let me address something about this quote-unquote NBA brotherhood, okay? See, the NBA brotherhood is some real brothers out there, but then there's some other brothers who just use that brotherhood term when it's convenient for them. Okay, they only want to be part of the brotherhood when it's convenient for them. Now, they do have some real ones, but on the other side, they do have a host. But at the end of the day, my point is right now, if I'm Kevin Durant, I'm getting the hell out. Kevin Durant deserves better.
But
this
Perk,
is a guy that
realistic?
has.
Well, it's not. Well, let me say this. Kevin Durant is under contract for the next several years.
Yeah.
Here's where I disagree with Kendrick Perkins. Yeah, you can ask out. Why do that when it's much easier for you to sit up there and say, I want him out? Think about it. We know he's not going to do it. But what I'm saying to you is, listen, it's the same thing, because the bottom line is, if you want to get away from Kyrie Irving, why do you need to relocate? I got faith in Josiah. I got faith in Sean Marks. I got faith in the Brooklyn Nets organization. What I'm saying is, if you got Kevin Durant and he's saying, excuse me, I want cats here who are all in all the time because we're trying to win a chip, then that to me is easier than him relocating.
But
you got to find a partner. You got to find the right deal. How do you get equitable compensation for the greatness of Kevin Durant? I don't know if you can pull that off.
But let me ask you a question, Stephen A. Where was Kevin Durant supposed to be anyway? You come on here and you tell me, okay.
Knicks.
So do you honestly believe that Kevin Durant's heart is in Brooklyn? Kevin Durant is in Brooklyn because Kyrie wanted to be in Brooklyn. And so he wanted to play with Kyrie, so obviously he went there because the quote-unquote brotherhood. So what I'm saying is that we know that his heart is not in Brooklyn. His heart may be with Kyrie, but it's not committed to the Brooklyn organization.
What I'm saying, I'm only addressing your point about him leaving. I'm saying, if you're saying, Kendrick Perkins, he should want to get the hell out of Brooklyn and the hell away from Kyrie Irving. My point is that it's easier for the Nets to part ways with Kyrie.
And who they gonna get back? Who's going to take? Let me ask you a question.
Well, that is a good damn question.
What team in the NBA is going to take Kyrie Irving at this moment? Honestly, Stephen A., what team in the NBA that you know that's going to take a chance on Kyrie Irving, not knowing if he's going to be available for work?
Well, he is approaching the last year of his contract, so there's always somebody. Like we say with Russell Westbrook, who's owed $47 million next season. There is somebody that might want that money off their cap. Now, if Kyrie had a long-term deal, then the answer would be no one would want to take that chance at this particular juncture. But with him approaching the last year of his deal, there's somebody you could find.
Yeah, but the difference between Russell Westbrook and Kyrie Irving is that Russell Westbrook just had a bad season. Russell Westbrook is always going to show up to work.
Always showing up to work. Always shows up to work.
Whether he's making 47 or 57, Russell Westbrook is going to show up to work, so you can actually take a chance because you could release the money the following year, but you know that 1 year, he's going to show up to work and give it his all. We don't know that about Kyrie Irving. See, and that's the problem. You don't know what Kyrie Irving's head is right now. And listen, even but listen, here it is, Stephen A. Even if Kyrie if his head is in a space where he wants to be heavily involved in the community or anything to do with social justice or things to that nature, guess what? I'm not looking down on him. All I'm saying is make it very, very clear what side of the fence that you're standing on. Let us know if you're fully committed 100% to the game of basketball. That's all. And look, here's another thing. I saw frustration in Kevin Durant. I saw frustration. And not just because of the Boston Celtics defense, but Kevin Durant had to deal with a lot this season. Kevin Durant had to deal with Kyrie not showing up. Kevin Durant had to pull the trigger of trading James Harden and getting back Ben Simmons, another guy who we question is committed to the game of basketball. And Kevin Durant get into this part of the season, and all of a sudden, because of Kyrie religion, which I'm not looking down on, he's fasting at this point. Wouldn't you be mentally exhausted if you was Kevin Durant?
Well, I think he is.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, but here's my question to you. Let's do this thought experiment. So say Kevin Durant goes, it's realistic, he can get out of his deal, and he's going to go. So where do you go, Perk? What's the right situation for him? Because now he went to Golden State. Now went here. He wanted to create his own super team rather than join one.
I tell you what, I wouldn't mind seeing them play alongside LeBron James. I wouldn't mind him taking his talent to the Los Angeles Lakers.
That would never happen. You know
I'm just telling you. I'm just telling you.
Yeah, that would never happen. Never.
I would never say never.
No. Okay.
Let's keep it going here, guys. So the Warriors remain atop the favorites to win it all with their 3-1 series lead over the Nuggets. The Celtics have climbed to second through following the sweep of KD, Kyrie, and the Nets, and Phoenix hanging in there in third, even in Booker's absence. So where do the Celtics rank amongst the NBA's best teams right now, Stephen A.?
Me personally, I got them right now as the best team in the Eastern Conference. That's how I feel about them because of the way they play defense collectively. That's where I'm at with it. I understand.